Hi, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be your Midsummer Eve, Summer Solstice slash St.Hans, St. John's Jonsok reading for this week. So in Norway, we do not really celebrate Midsummer's Eve the same way a lot of other countries do. We don't celebrate summer solstice. We are just marking it in a calendar, that this is when the sun is turning and we're moving into summer. But it is tradition in Norway to kind of like tie a pagan or old Norwegian tradition up towards a more Christian tradition. So St.Hans is St. John's Eve, and that is what we're celebrating. So we're celebrating with bonfires around the coastline, especially, and this is kind of to ward off evil and especially witches, obviously, because way back in the day they were so dangerous. It's a very magical night. Maidens back in the day, and even back to when I was a young teenager, and I'm pretty sure they still do it. They were collecting 7 wild flowers in a bouquet, or they were making like a little necklace or wreath, and then they would put it under their pillow. And the legend says that you would dream about your future lover or husband, as it may be. So this Eve has a very magical touch to it, and that would serve a very good purpose on releasing things that don't serve us anymore. So today, Pick3 pile is going to be a little bit different. So this is actually called the Hanged Man and the Empress. So the Hanged Man is what is your blind spot or what is challenging you, and the Empress is the self-care solution as to how you can heal, fix this, and move forward. So basically release, heal, and just start on fresh. So without further ado, let's dive into the readings. I want you to focus on yourself, what you need to know. What do you need to know about your blind spots or challenges at this time? And then focus on 1, 2, or 3. And when you're ready and you've picked, we're going to get started on reading number 1. So what I'm getting for you here is that you may be relying a lot on being strong alone. And it's almost like you feel like you don't need other people, or have learned along the way that people are failing to support and assist you in some way. So that way you decided to take upon yourself to be the one to fix and do everything for yourself. So even when you may need people or they're willing to help, you are looking like you would not even need help. I'm just feeling this really strong energy from you, and it's kind of like it has come based on learning and evolving. But true strength actually also is admitting when you do need help and when we are willing to open up and let people in. So the challenging here for you or your blind spot is you may be too strong and you're not allowing people to step up and really support you in the way that they want. Another side to this is that you think that you have to carry everything on your shoulders, even other people's stuff, and that makes them not able to learn their own things because you're taking care of it for them. So for example, if you have children, we don't want our children to be hurt or in pain. It's very easy to fend their battles for them, but they will not learn. I'm not saying that you should not come to their aid, but it's kind of like if you build your children and yourself as strong as you can to stand in your power and walk through any storm, then they will be better off, because life is not a dance on thornless roses. So how is the solution to this challenge or blind spot? It's to zoom out. It's to just like get a wider perspective of things and really just see things for what they are. And is it then possible for you to understand that sometimes things are not relying completely on you, that things are actually also moving along, even if you don't have to fix everything for yourself and everybody else. Just really feeling like you may also be pretty affected about how the planets are doing right now. And it's important for you to really look, like I'm feeling like you have to look from the inside and not look at things the way they are and how they appear on the outside, because that's kind of like your blind spot, right? People think that you're so strong you don't need anybody. That's how it appears, and that's what it looks like to other people. And then, if you do the same with everything around you and you look at it and you think, I have to go in and save, I have to go in and rescue, I have to go in and be strong, I have to carry everything for myself, it might not actually be the way it is. So if you can go inside and just look with your intuition and your heart, maybe put your hand over your heart and just see if the situation is actually how you think it is, and just really care about you. Because I feel like if you could do that, just zoom out and then go inside, you will be able to hear messages more clearly that you're needing. I'm really feeling also that there's lots of support around you that might not be physical. So I don't know if you have people on the other side here. Just getting that somebody really tries to reach you. But I do think that this is kind of like spirit guide, or your spirit team. It doesn't feel like it is somebody on the other side. It kind of feels more like it's your team. They want to help you and guide you and help you use your intuition and your inner eye and inner intuition. But it's almost like you're so preoccupied with sorting everything yourself that you're not listening and you're not seeing the opportunities that they're providing for you. So just take a breather, just sit down, be nice to yourself and be kind to yourself, and just, zoom out, and then just go inside and see if you can get clear answers to some of the questions that you may have. I hope that this is resonating for you, and we're going to move on to those who pick 2. Okay, so for those of you who pick 2, I'm feeling um, it's almost like you got caught up in something and you feel like, I'm missing out of opportunities, I'm losing out of money. This could be like a result of isolation that's been going on, all over the world these days. That maybe you have maybe lost your job or been laid off, or maybe you have to work from home and you're not making enough money. And I'm just really feeling like you feel like you have lost your footing, and that you're not um, able to really get back on your feet in a way. Um, okay, so it's like you feel like you're out of options, right? You feel like, okay, so this just really blew me over, kind of like pulled the rug from out of under me, and now I really can't see, what's up and what's down, and I'm not really sure how to proceed forward after having this situation kind of change everything for you. At the same time, I feel like it's almost like you've made some kind of promise, and that you feel like you have like it's almost like there is like a golden chain that you feel like you can't break, like, so somebody has to release you rather than you break it. It's just something about this chain. It's almost like I'm hearing clock ticking. It's almost like you feel like you're on a clock for something. So there is like a specific thing here going on, and you're feeling like you lost your footing. You don't really know which way is up these days. You have this chain connected to you, and you feel like other people need to release you, or something to that extent. I also feel like there is money involved here, like you're leaking money. I feel like money is it's kind of feel like it's almost like it's out of your grasp, and you feel like you're running out of options, like I mentioned. So what is the solution to this? The solution to this is for you to actually stand in your own power, and the golden chain that you feel other people are controlling, it really is kind of like an illusion. Yes, we can feel a little dependent on other people's making decisions because that will influence our life. But at the same time, you are actually the master of your own life, right? So you have to decide for yourself, okay, so do I just want to hang around here with this golden chain and kind of feel like other people are deciding my direction? Or do I really want to look at opportunities out there and see, what can be for me? Because when you do that, I really feel like things are going to open up. I really feel like you will have lots of opportunities when you're seeing things from a different angle, like out of this shadow feeling and this pressure and kind of like being on the clock. And when you can just make sure that you really stand in your power and see things for what they really are. So, what does standing in your power mean? It means that you're getting grounded and you're getting out of your head and over analyzing every little thing. And then just when you're really grounded, you can look at different options and you can say, yeah, no, that's interesting. It's blingy, but it's not for me. You can look at another option. You go, that's interesting. Let me put it to the side and think about it. And the next one and the next one, the next one. Because it's like I'm seeing like all these opportunities are opening up for you. It's like this massive garden where you can pick the fruits or berries or flowers or whatever, like metaphorically. It's like it's there for the picking, and it's so many options available for you, but you cannot see it from where you're standing right now because you have kind of like given away your power and think that the people who is holding the other chain is making you dance. I'm not feeling like that is completely the case. There is something here about you being able to free yourself, but you have to stand in your power. So if you can brush yourself off, get up, just really feel like you're planting your feet and connecting to the ground, feel like you're in your body, and just then you can feel like your power is coming back because it's almost like you have been shaken. And because we're shaken, sometimes we feel like we're not lost our connection. So just reconnect to yourself and look out, and you will see that all these opportunities are coming your way. Remember, releasing things now that don't serve you is going to be more magic coming your way. I'm totally seeing more magic coming your way. I hope that resonates for you, so let me know. Alrighty, so we are moving on to pile number 3. Okay, so this pile is, I'm feeling like if you're running a business for yourself, this is something about you building something really slowly. You are strong in your belief that you are doing the right thing. You have kind of like built a foundation. You are kind of like standing there having all these offers, and I don't know what happened, but it feels to me like um, there is something in how you're doing business or how you're doing your job that is not really making you grow. So it's you have hit this kind of like a plateau, and I kind of feel like, yes, there is a foundation here. Yes, you are building it one step at a time, and doing what needs to be done um, accordingly in the smart way. I totally get that, but it's just there is something that is not completely working with what's going on. I'm feeling like there's something that you're not seeing, and it's almost like you have done the same thing and you've been standing in the same spot for a while, so things are not really flowing the way that you want them to. So if you have your own business, you might have felt like at the moment it's not really moving in the direction that you desire. If you are working for other people, it's almost like you feel like you have gotten as far as you can in this business, and maybe that you need to see if there is something else, maybe like another department or another job within the company that could serve you. Or maybe it's just something completely different that has to do with your own values and your own money, but there is something that has reached a plateau. That means that it's not going anywhere. Like it's stable, it's okay, but it's not going anywhere. Like there is no growth to this. So what is the solution? The solution for this is either to just decide, okay, I'm not doing this anymore. I have to change how I'm looking at things in regards to building my business. If you're working for other people, you are looking at your job and seeing how you can change what you're doing. So it kind of has like a natural ending, but it has like a brand new, fresh outlook on things that will bring you more sense of purpose. It will bring you more sense of value, and it might also increase your payment. If this is on a personal level where you're working on your values and your assets, it's still valid. You know, something has to be changed because what you're doing is no longer working. It's kind of like, you know, this saying that if you keep doing what you have done, you will always get what you always got. In a way, that is true, but at the same time, it keeps you in the same spot. Like it's almost like a loop, right? Also, the world has changed. So if you do what you've always done, you are no longer going to get what you always got. Meaning, things need to be done in a fresh new way. It needs to be done starting from a different perspective. We have all seen this, you know, over the last couple of months, that the world have changed, how we're doing things, how we're doing business, how we're working, how we're getting entertainment, how our children are learning things, how we're doing things in general has changed so much over these last couple of months for most of us. So it's time to think new and really think new and kind of like say, okay, this has worked in the past, but now it's a new time and I'm ready to step into my big girl shoes, or big boy shoes for that matter. I don't know who's going to listen to this, but it's just like you're going to step into your new power, but it kind of has to come from a new perspective. So it's not just like, okay, shove it, I'm not going to do this anymore. It's kind of like coming to a conclusion and then closing a book and then starting fresh. Does that mean that you have to leave your job and get another? Could be. But does it mean that you can stay in your current job or in your current business and kind of like reinvent it? Definitely. Because there is something fresh and new. I'm getting something really fresh and new that is kind of like really going to break the mold, and you're going to step out and it's going to be a rewarding for you. I hope that this is resonating for you. And this is such a magical time. So you guys wish and dream big, okay? So I will talk to you soon.